train to Hollingbourne train station. Google Maps says it's 1.8 miles to Leeds Castle entrance. I had hoped to get a taxi or Uber from there, but there was nothing, so I was walking. At least I got to meet this nice little dog on the way. So I think I got here to the castle. Yeah, looks like the entrance. I don't know how far I'm going to have to walk for the entrance, but I made it. I would not say it's very walker friendly. This is the highway. I'm not quite sure which M it is. 20, 23, 25, I don't know. But it's big and noisy. It's not that far. Well, okay, it is. But at least it's sunny. It's a sunny day. And I made it. So this adventure took me, it's now like 12:30. So it pretty much took me all morning to get here. They say looking at the castle could take 2 to 3 hours. So, and then another 3 hours to get back to my hotel. So welcome to Leeds Castle. Lovely rhododendrons. Apparently the castle is quite a ways and you take a shuttle. You have to pay for the shuttle. Or you could walk. I've done enough walking, thank you. Lovely little water feature, I guess we'd call it. They have a lot of water features, a lot of ponds and such. There's lots of ducks and geese, and I dare say there's a swan or two around here, but I haven't seen it yet. Mostly ducks. I'm missing my timeline, so this is 1321. King Edward II lays siege to the castle. So I've now been walking about a quarter mile, and I think I probably missed the shuttle. And here's more of the timeline. I think this is a guria, this huge leaved plant. They certainly make a statement, and you have to have a lot of area to grow one of these. They're very bold, is what you would call it. And I'm really wishing that I had caught that shuttle. Oh, here's another event. 1618, Smith family created a Jacobean mansion. So I think I'm getting closer. Although, I don't know. There's the shuttle. Oh man! So there's a lot of nice gardening behind there. But the shuttle! Where'd the shuttle go? Come on, pick me up. Take me to the castle. Okay, we're up to 1710, and Catherine, Lady Fairfax, inherits the castle. So I must be getting close, because we're up to 1710, and we started, what, in 1100? Okay, almost missed this one. 1822, Wickham Martin family built the new castle. There's my train! But I have a funny feeling this is the end of the ride, because I've done an awful lot of walking. So I just talked to the guy from the shuttle, and that shuttle goes back to the exit, to the ticket booth where I walked from the whole thing. So, yeah, I missed it. Oh, there's the little boat. That's kind of cute. I think those houses over there are like you could stay. They rent them out. The castle is somewhere around here, I don't know. But I get to walk up to the castle now. Isn't that fun? So after all of the walking, I get into the castle area. But I'm too hungry. I gotta go to the cafe first. I haven't seen anything, but I gotta go have lunch. So there seems to be a lot of school groups that come here. And I had a bunch of them pass me. They were older. But these ones look like the elementary kids. Here's the gardens. Lots of interesting flowers and some roses. Looks kind of unkept. I mean, you know, there's the riot of color style, and then there's just too much that has not been cut back. Well, they cut the box hedges. They did do that. But the rest of it just looks rather random. Hollyhocks, like the hollyhocks. And the allium, of course. That looks really pretty. Oh, I know what those are called. But I can't remember. So these big tall things that are somewhat silvery in color, and they have kind of a ball bloom on the top. I will find out what they are because I know I've seen them before. I wish they were blooming because they're quite pretty when they bloom. This is like dill or fennel. Something like that, this stuff. More lovely roses. Okay, let's go see what else we can find around here. Oh, that's kind of pretty. I believe these are a type of geranium, the pink. They're very pretty, and especially with the allium, with the purple allium, they look really nice. This is a ginkgo tree. You can tell by the leaves. Ginkgo biloba. Biloba? It's a big one. Must be old. And there, apparently this is the way to the maze and grotto, which is what I want to see. Lovely grounds. This is all the kids' play area. You know that by how many kids there are around here. Ah, there's the maze and grotto. It's amazing. Okay, I never did find the middle. Apparently, where those ladies are standing is the middle. So this tells you all about the maze, and apparently it was built in 1987. Adrian Fisher Maze Designs. And there is a grotto, but I never found the grotto. Maybe it's the thing in the middle, because I never did get to the middle. Okay, I want to see this. The dog collar collection. I'm not quite sure why they have one. Oh, here we go. Oh my. Some of them are rather big. What kind of dog had that one? The leather French collar. And the one with the badger hair? Why do they need that? I don't know, that iron German collar is pretty scary looking. And then brass and velvet. I don't know that that would be all that comfortable. Here's another brass one. And that, the English brass collar. Ugh. What's with all the brass? Why? Why? And how big are these dogs? Pretty big. Okay, well, and so ends the dog collar museum. Finally, I make it to the castle. It was built on islands in the river Lenne in 857 by the Saxon king Led, L-E-D, or Lead, and that's where the name comes from. It was taken over by the Normans when they invaded and rebuilt in stone in 1119. This was the gatehouse, and it had the kitchen and the pantry. 1278, Edward I owned the castle and invested heavily in it. This building is the Maiden's Tower, and it was built in 1517 by Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon for the Queen's ladies-in-waiting. Inside the castle, the rooms are set up as they were for the last owner, Olive Bailey. She bought it in 1924 and lived there till she died in 1974. She left it in trust to the Leeds Castle Foundation. They opened it to the public in 1976. They rent the place for weddings, and it was being set up for one when I was visiting there. This is actually the dining room. This is the dance hall, but it would be the reception room for the wedding that was going to happen. This is Olive Bailey's private writing room, or was. It's on the second floor with a nice view to the lake. Yes, that's a mannequin sitting there at the desk. Notice the thickness of the walls at the windows, though. This is a private dining room, and it's set up as the Lady Bailey of the 1930s has just had a lunch party here. And the guests have all left a mess on the table, basically. Yeah. But it's a pretty room. This room is set up as the games room. Apparently she liked to gamble. This section, I believe, is what they called the Gloriette. It's the older section of the castle, and it sits sort of out in the lake. These rooms were set up as bedrooms. Several of them were open. I can't remember if any of them were actually Olive's or they were just for her many guests. Boy, there's a lot of rooms up here. This is the grand stone staircase. It leads from the upper bridge corridor, which I think goes from the Gloriette to the inner hall of the new castle. But seriously, I didn't know where I was most of the time, and I was just following signs. This is another drawing room in the new castle area. This room, I believe, is called the Thorpe Hall Drawing Room. Its pine paneling and marble fireplace there on the left-hand side were taken from Thorpe Hall in Peterborough, Cambridgeshire. So that's the ruins of the old, fortifications, and they had a mill in there, and they were actually invaded twice in the 1300s or something. And so ends my visit to Leeds Castle. And yes, I managed to miss the shuttle train on the way back, but I did find a shortcut, or a bit of a shortcut. I had a long wait for a taxi, and probably I could have walked back to the Hollingburg station in the time that it took for the taxi to come. But I went instead to the Bierstead station, acting on advice that there were more frequent trains. And that was true. It was just leaving as I got there. I think I had an alcoholic cider in the pub that night.